We've got an absolutely incredible story for you today. It's about a bond so pure and so powerful that it brought God himself down to earth, not to be worshipped, but to serve. So let's start with a wild thought. I mean, really think about it. What if the creator of the entire universe, the one who is served by everyone and everything, decided to become a servant for one of his followers? Let's dive into that.
All right, so our story takes us to Orissa, where we meet this elderly woman. Now, for her, the great Lord Jagannath wasn't some distant, all-powerful deity up in the heavens. No, not at all. In her heart, he was simply her son. And the most beautiful part, as we're about to see, he saw her as his mother. Their relationship was built on this beautiful daily ritual of love. Every single day, she would prepare a food offering, or bhog. And get this, she took a vow that she would not eat a single bite of food until her son accepted his meal. Lord Jagannath was just so touched by this pure, unconditional motherly love that he always accepted her offering.
But then, things take a turn. This devout mother falls ill. Now, everyone in her village, they wanted to help, but she refused all of it. You see, her faith was about to face its ultimate test. But maybe, just maybe, there was a deeper cosmic reason for all this. And the Lord, well, there was no way he was going to let his mother go through it alone.
So she would tell anyone who offered to help, "No, thank you, my son will come and take care of me." Now, you can imagine, the villagers were completely baffled. They're thinking, son? What son? We know she doesn't have a son. But her conviction, it was just absolute.
And you know what? Her faith was rewarded. Lord Jagannath, so deeply moved by her devotion, appeared as a small boy. He didn't come with a flash of lightning or a chorus of angels. He came to serve. He swept her home, he cooked her food, he prepared her medicine, and he even fed her with his own 2 hands, just like any loving son would. His goal wasn't to magically erase her problem, but to show up and be with her in it. Okay, so Lord Jagannath is trying to keep these daily visits a secret, right? But come on, a secret this divine, this beautiful, it's pretty hard to keep, especially when you have a curious older brother and a very wise sister.
So Jagannath's brother Balabhadra starts to notice something's up. He'd ask him, "Brother, where are you disappearing to so early every single morning?" But Jagannath would just kind of smile and quietly slip away, which, only made Balabhadra even more suspicious.
So he goes to their sister, Subhadra, because she knows everything, and she tells him the truth. Their brother was secretly going to serve this sick elderly woman, and this revelation just moved Balabhadra to tears. The humility of it all. I mean, the Lord of the entire universe was personally serving one of his devotees. Blessed are they, he said. Just, wow.
This moment right here really shows you the heart of the whole divine family. Because the very next morning, when Jagannath gets to the woman's home, who does he find? Balabhadra and Subhadra are already there, disguised as a young boy and girl, and they're happily helping out. They basically told him, hey, you can't be selfish and keep all this blissful service to yourself. So now you've got all 3 siblings secretly caring for their mother down on earth. But back in the divine realm, someone very, very important has noticed they're gone, and she feels completely left out of the loop. That someone was Goddess Lakshmi, Jagannath's consort. She had absolutely no idea what was going on. All she knew was that her husband and his siblings were sneaking off on some secret mission without her, and well, she was not happy about it. And her divine anger, it was about to have some serious consequences for everyone.
And boom, the moment Lakshmi gets upset, a terrible famine strikes the land of Puri. Everything just dries up, and suddenly the siblings can't find any food to cook for their sick mother. It's this powerful reminder of how interconnected everything is. Jagannath, though, he understood what was happening immediately. He knew he had to appease Lakshmi, and he knew her one weakness, her absolute favorite sweet, rasgullas.
So think about this for a second. The fate of the world and the care of his beloved mother, it all rested on Jagannath's ability to find this one specific, simple, sweet treat.
But there was a big problem. The famine was so bad, nobody had the ingredients. Then Jagannath remembered his dear friend Gopal, whose home had, for some miraculous reason, been spared. So he rushes over to Gopal's house, explains the whole crazy situation, and asks his mother to please make a pot of rasgullas. She happily agrees, and with the sweets in hand, Jagannath wins back Lakshmi's favor. And just like that, the famine ended, instantly. So, with the world back in balance, Jagannath and his siblings went right back to their service. They nursed the woman back to health, but when she finally woke up, fully recovered, she was met with the ultimate truth. Imagine it, the small boy who had been cleaning her home and feeding her, he was gone. And in his place stood Lord Jagannath in his true, magnificent, four-armed divine form, holding his conch, discus, mace, and lotus. Her son was God himself. And in that moment, she asked a question that I think every single human being has probably asked at some point in their life. She looked at him and said, "My Lord, I understand you came to save me, but why did you let me suffer so much in the first place? You could have just taken it all away."
Now, to understand his answer, we need to quickly talk about a concept called prarabdha. Basically, it's the part of our past karma that has already started to ripen and is scheduled to play out in our current life. Think of it like an arrow that's already been shot from a bow. It's going to hit its target for better or for worse.
And this is what the Lord told her. He explained that everyone, with no exceptions, has to experience their prarabdha karma. He said, "Mother, if I had just waved my hand and erased your suffering, that karma wouldn't have just disappeared. You would have had to take another birth just to endure it. So I didn't remove your pain. I came to walk through it with you so that you could finish this karma once and for all and never have to be born again." And with that, she understood. Her soul was free. She wasn't just healed physically, she was completely liberated spiritually. And Lord Jagannath granted his devoted mother final salvation, a permanent place right by his side in his eternal home. And you know, that really leaves us with a final thought to ponder. This story suggests that maybe, just maybe, our suffering isn't a test from God to see if we're strong enough. Maybe it's an experience through which God accompanies us, holds our hand, and helps us finally settle our debts so we can go home. What do you think?